Nurses, what's the worst mistake you've seen a doctor make? I caught a medication error that saved a United States senator's life. Now I can't get a job as a nurse in any hospital in the state. I've been an ICU nurse for 15 years. You develop a sixth sense for when things are about to go wrong. Senator Thompson was our high-profile patient, recovering from a routine surgery, but everyone was on edge. His primary physician was Dr. Evans, my mentor and the biggest donor to the hospital's new cardiac wing. Around 2 a.m., the senator's heart rate on the monitor started doing something weird. A slight, almost imperceptible arrhythmia. I checked his chart. Dr. Evans had him on a standard post-op medication regimen. Nothing looked out of place, but it just felt wrong. I called Evans at home, which you only do for a code blue or a fire. He was annoyed. "It's probably just anxiety, Helen. Give him a low dose of Ativan," he said, his voice thick with sleep. He hung up before I could argue, but it wasn't anxiety. I knew it in my bones, so I did something that could have got me fired on the spot. I went down to the hospital archives, a dusty basement room nobody ever visited, and pulled the senator's intake file from his admission 2 years prior for a minor heart scare. I spent the next hour, off the clock, cross-referencing every medication he'd ever been prescribed. And then I saw it. A note from a consulting cardiologist, buried on page 14. A rare genetic marker that meant he couldn't process a specific class of beta blockers. It was a 1 in a million condition. On his current chart, Dr. Evans had him on a 4 milligram dose of a new beta blocker from that exact class. It was a tiny dose, but for the senator it was poison, slowly stopping his heart. Evans had been rushed, he'd missed it. It was an honest mistake, but a lethal one. I didn't call Evans again. I paged the on-call chief resident, a terrified-looking kid barely out of med school. I laid out the old chart and the current one side by side on the nurse's station desk. I didn't say Evans messed up. I just pointed. Look at the allergy notes on the old chart. Now look at the current orders. The color drained from his face. He sprinted to the senator's room. All hell broke loose after that. Evans showed up, his face purple with rage, screaming that I had broken protocol. The hospital administrator arrived in a wrinkled suit. They had a closed-door meeting in the conference room. I just stood at my station, charting. I knew my career was over. The official story was a clerical error in the pharmacy. Dr. Evans was cleared by the internal review board and even praised for his quick response. 2 weeks later, my position was eliminated due to budget restructuring. My final act as a nurse at that hospital was co-signing Senator Thompson's discharge papers. I used the expensive fountain pen Evans had gifted me for Christmas, the one he was famous